Hello guys, today I'm back with another Vim tutorial video. In today's video we're going to talk about macros. So first of all, what is macro? You might have played some video games where you would save a macro that is a series of key combination for your character or something, and then later on when you were at the fight scene or whenever you wanted to run that sequence, you just press the key and whatever key combination you save, your hero character or whatever role you are playing would execute those sequential movements without the need for you to manually execute those key sequences. And so in Vim we also have that capability, and we define it as macros. First of all, let me show you a simple demo of macro. In order to save your whatever keystrokes you press while in Vim, you have to use this Q, and wherever you want to save your macro. Let's say I want to save my macro in C register, so I use QC. Let me start by saving macro in a C register. I can do it Q and C. You can see at the bottom we see recording at C. That means now we have to be very precise in movement, because it just records every key stroke or whatever we do while we are in the macro recording mode, and it playbacks. That means, let me show you. I will get to insert mode and let me write print my name is potato. Okay, now I wrote this exact line. Everything is saved in macro, and now I go to next line. To finish recording your macro, you just get out of the insert mode and press Q. Doing so, I saved those key movements in my register C. In order to play back the macro, I can use @C. Again, @C. That means whatever I typed there, simply it performed in an automated manner. I can give numbers before calling @C to perform that macro to that number of times. Let's say if I wanted to run 10 times, I would do 10 @C, and it will simply run the macro 10 times. This is a simple demo. You can do precise movement, but you might be curious that what is the exact purpose, or when do we need macro movements? When is the case that we will be needing macros? So from programmer's perspective, you can be creative and use it in your own way. I can give you another example. Let's say I have a function, function1, that has a variable name1, name2. I have another function name I have another function name variable1. Okay, I made a mistake. Variable1. What is one? Variable2. Another function name var1, var2. So here I defined 3 function name. Now let me go to this first function. Here I want to swap the variables name of this function parameter. So instead of going there and manually deleting and changing those names, what I do is go into macro mode and I save this in let's say F register. So I do QF. Now it is recording at F. I should be very precise with my movement. So first thing what I do is get to the end of line with this dollar signs, and I go one step backward. What I do is I change this by running CW, and while you are running CW, that word is temporarily saved in this double quote register, that is for holding the last change word, delete word, whatever you do the last operation, that word will be saved there. So I'm still in insert mode. What I do is I also need to remove this comma and get out of insert mode, get one step back, get into insert mode. Now I can press Ctrl R and paste the quotation key, because we have our another variable name saved in that last register. Now I just need to give comma and the space. I'll get back from this insert mode, and I can quit my recording with Q, macro recording with Q. Okay? These were the exact movements that we saved in our register F. In order to run this, I can use @F. Did you see that? Name1 and name2 variable change instantly. 53 line function. If I wanted to swap variables, I can simply do @F. Again @F. I can run this macro not just to this function. I can run it to another function. I can swap variable 1 and variable 2 simply doing @F. You see that? @F. Same goes to this function as well. @F. var1 and var2 @F. This is just a simple case, but you can be creative and can tailor your own macro movements so that it will be helpful for you while you are doing your projects or while you are writing your code. Another way is, so I have written some lines of code here, and what I'm going to do is, like at first I've written some print line or print statements, and I'm trying to print the type of the variable defined in line number 59. Now let's say instead of type I wanted to print the value of the variable itself. So what I can do is inside this quotation, if everything is symmetrical, I can simply use visual block mode and change it to value, and when I'm out of visual block mode, everything in the block will be changed to that word. But what in terms of this format function? In terms of format function, I cannot use visual mode. I cannot. In terms of format, I cannot use visual block mode, right? For the format function, what I need to do is I need to remove this type function, but I need to preserve this variable name and pass it to the format function. Okay, so for this, what I need to do is I need to make some precise key movements. So let me get to the first line. Okay, let me get to the first line. Now I'll start my recording at macro C. Now I will do is get to the end of line using the dollar sign. Now I go 2 steps backward. Once I go 2 steps backward, I need to save this variable. So I access register, save it in T register. Okay. Now again I go 2 steps back, change inside this curly braces, and since I'm in not curly braces, change inside that the parenthesis, and since I'm in insert mode, I can paste the content of that temporary register, the variable name, and after I'm done in insert mode, I will press get out of insert mode, and what I'm going to do is I will be again coming back to the beginning of the line and go to the new line. Now this is done. This is my first precise movement for registers for register C. Now I can close the macro, and I can run the macro from line 62 till line from line 62 till line 69. So now how many times do I need to run this macro? From 62 to 69, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have to run 8 times. So what I do is 8 @C. So my entire format function is changed, and the type function from there is removed. So this way you can use macro to make automated movements in your source code. It is also possible to call recursive macro, but I advise you first be comfortable with normal macro, because you might end up messing up your codes if you don't account for, or if you have no idea what you're doing while making a recursive macro. You might mess up other things, since there would be chances that your macro may not end up, or might ruin your other code. So I would advise you against using recursive macro. At the time, you just use this n times calling of the macro, because you know what you're doing, right? So for today's video, that's it about macros, and we are almost at the end of Vim tutorials. There are still other things like regular expressions and like certain tips and tricks, but I hope this much knowledge is sufficient for making your workflow better. And there is Vim script as well, a Turing complete programming language, but that is another part of the story. So there are still more things you can do in Vim. Maybe some tips and tricks I will be sharing for you guys in the future about Vim. But for my Vim tutorials, this is a wrap up. I will not be teaching you about regular expressions, and also I don't think I'll be making tutorials for Vim script. Instead, I am thinking of starting another playlist where I will be teaching you about Git, mostly Git, and GitHub as well. So stay tuned for another update. Okay guys, I'll see you in upcoming tutorial videos. Till then, practice Vim and have fun. Have a nice day. Happy coding in Vim. Thank you guys. Bye bye.